What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Horror Hangout, the podcast. We probably owe y'all some sort of apology for how we dissected Halloween 1978. Then again, if you don't like us because of how we feel about a movie, kick rocks. If you're an adult and you can handle conversation about films that you like that maybe I don't like, welcome. I don't know. I think people take all this shit so seriously. Like I'm kind of joking right now, but like when I was even thinking about it, because when I do my other channel, it's all music based. Bro, you can't even understand the amount of shit that I would go through with that channel, bro. Something I didn't say beforehand on the other video that I should have said that I'm going to say now. This video is brought to you by Knife Crime Apparel. If you want to support the channel, that's a good way to do it. Check us out on Instagram. There's a link in the description. All right. I'm going to tell you this, Steven, because you probably didn't see this. And then we'll start talking about Halloween 2018. That's what we're covering today. A movie that Steven has not seen until now. So this is his first time watching it. Let's see here. Talking about right now, Halloween 2018. Let's talk about a horror movie.
Nice.
I rewatched this the other day with Carissa because I've recently watched Halloween Kills. That movie is a bag of dog shit. Movie fucking sucked. The movie was absolutely terrible. Halloween Kills is a shitty movie. It is a bad movie from front to back. If Drum Dums, bro, if you ever see this, dude, I respect you a lot, man. I respect what you've done with your channel. I don't understand how you liked Halloween, dude. Halloween Kills. It's a bad movie, bro. It's objectively made bad.
Does it blow your mind that it's the same exact team that made 2018? Does that blow your mind?
Blows my
How is that possible?
Mind.
I'm not saying that I think 2018 is the greatest movie of all time, but spoiler alert, it was a good fucking movie.
I liked it. I was shocked at how much I liked it. I didn't remember liking it that much.
Me too.
I liked it a lot.
And yet the same exact creative team made what apparently sounds to be like a big pile of shit. And I'm considering skipping it, and because I've heard from several people that it just should have been Halloween Ends, and there was no reason for this bridger of a movie.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
So I might just skip it and just go right to Halloween Ends, because I know they're coming back with Halloween Ends with something good. I know they are.
I'm not confident.
Wow, that bad, huh?
I do think you should watch Halloween Kills so we can talk about it.
Okay.
If you have the time to watch it on HBO Max, watch it like that. Don't go pay to watch it at theater.
Yeah, no, I think it's what, Peacock? I don't have that, but I can. I'll wait till it streams somewhere.
Josh, I told Josh I was going to go watch it again just so I could try to wrap my head around it, and he goes, "Look, man, him and Chris were telling me like it's worth the trouble of going and getting the free trial of Peacock and then canceling it to watch the movie because I don't think it deserves any more money. Do not give that movie any more money." And I was like, all right. So I didn't go watch it again, but
fair. I'd rather go watch Dune or something.
Yeah, I got a busy weekend ahead of me though, man. I'm gonna be in the theater a lot. I got so much shit going on this week.
And you have a World Series, so
bro,
let's not forget that.
Yeah, I have to go watch a movie tomorrow. We have the World Series tonight, movie tomorrow, movie Friday, World Series Friday. Saturday I have a horror pop-up event. I have a UFC card that I cannot and will not miss. I have Halloween stuff for my family. Bro, it's just nonstop.
And then Sunday's Halloween.
Until Monday. But
and then it goes right into Eternals.
It basically picks up like what, 40 years after Halloween.
Yeah, it's to the date, 40 years to the day.
And it's like you got Michael Myers. It's a direct sequel to the first film.
Completely forgetting anything that's in between the two.
Which I thought, while I usually hate retconning stuff like that, I thought that this made sense because the movie was so much better than all the other ones.
Yeah, and obviously for me, it's a different experience since I've seen none of it anyway.
Yeah, so you went from Halloween 1978 to this movie.
And then, not forget, back-to-back nights, too.
I'm not going to even talk, dude. I want to know how you feel about that. How'd you feel about that being a sequel?
So we talked the last video about me thinking this original movie 78 was a classic film and all these good things, but also on the fair side, a little boring. And let's be real. So I go back to back for the first time.
The boy said, "Let's be real."
I mean, you can argue whatever you want. I can tell you that my favorite movie growing up is The Last Starfighter, but then you go back and you watch it now for the first time, and it's an absolute piece of shit. So that's all there is to it. I'm always gonna.
I've recently done that with that movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna like that movie every single time, no matter what. I can watch it back to back to back to back, and it's always gonna be amazing to me. Do I expect some 18-year-old kid to watch it now and think it's amazing? No, because I'm realistic. So that's the same situation with not same exact, but Halloween.
No, but it's same
78.
Same
it just doesn't have
the
punch, the ump. This is supposed to be a horror movie. This is supposed to be a classic horror movie with a mask that I've seen ever since I was a kid, all the way up until now. And then I watch it and I'm like, oh, yeah, good movie, but I could have easily, been reading a book and looked up every now and then and watched it, and it's fine. And like you said, it might piss people off for me to say that, but you got to understand that that's the reality of somebody watching it for the first time in 2021.
Yeah.
Then on to this.
Can't argue that.
So I go into this movie, and I'm like, okay, so a direct sequel, and I expected it to be what it was. I expected it to be, because I love Jamie Lee Curtis, and in 1978, she was just a cowering, whimpering high school teenager that did nothing. There was no final battle between her and Mike Myers. Loomis came in and shot the guy, so she didn't even do anything except for stood there and screamed, right? So now I'm thinking, okay, here we are in 2018. Things are changing in the world. There's no way it's just going to be Jamie Lee Curtis is going to be a damsel in distress. No, she's going to come out and she's going to turn the tables on me. I expected it, and I got it, and I appreciated it. There's very few times where I think I can watch a movie, think I pretty much know what's going to happen, am 100% right, and it's still impressed and like the movie. That being said, watching it back to back like that, I really do find a lot more value in the first one. And it's only because I'm comparing the two and watching the homages and watching the respect that it's giving the first film, and then me getting carried along on that journey of respect. I didn't catch many direct homages. I'm sure an experienced eye saw plenty. The only one I saw was literally the exact same shot of her granddaughter sitting in school at the desk, at the same desk she was, and then looking out the window. Thought it was a little cheese dick that it was her grandma instead of Mike Myers or something else.
I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I did like shot for shot.
Because to me, if it was Michael Myers, it would have been cheesy.
Yeah, I get
having her grandma there because you didn't think her grandma was going to show up.
I think it would have been better. No, I love all that. I love how
and then the reason she showed up was a good reason too.
Yeah, and I love how the grandma and the granddaughter had a great relationship. And I honestly, and you can see the way that the daughter and the daughter's husband are reacting to Jamie Lee Curtis, and you can 100% see that as a reality. You can see that this lady has been put through shit all her life, just caring about survival and getting revenge, and now she's trying to live a normal life. And I would like to have seen a little bit more of the daughter's badassery come into play, like a, you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate this life that I was lived on, but I was raised from, 0 to 14 with these instincts. And I would like for her to all of a sudden be like a crack shot, like shot. You know what I mean?
See, that's where we start to veer apart.
Yeah.
I wish the daughter was introduced and then kicked out of the movie.
Yeah. You talking about the daughter? The Jamie Lee Curtis' daughter, not granddaughter.
No, the blonde with the husband.
Okay, I agree with you. I wish she got kicked out if she wasn't going to be the way I wanted her to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was in that middle ground where she was just kind of useless. The only thing I do say about her, I 100% understand everything, every motivation that character was going through, and her reactions were all real. And I respect that. That's good. There's a lot of times.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very accurate depiction of a person in that situation.
And the granddaughter, you could see the granddaughter kind of trying to find the middle ground there, and being like, hey, this is still my grandmother. I know that you had a weird childhood, but like, I want to have a relationship with my grandmother. Yeah. I find her to be kind of a badass.
I like
She's a local legend.
So, okay, did you get fooled at all whenever the mom comes home and the door's open and then the dad's in the back doing yard work?
Did I think that was Mike Myers?
Did you, or anything? Did you
was I scared? No, I thought it was a misdirect, 100%.
So you knew it was Jamie Lee Curtis in the house?
Yeah, yes. I did not think for 1 second it was anybody but Jamie Lee Curtis, right?
Okay.
Yes.
I was just curious because when I first watched the movie, I don't think I was paying a lot of attention, to be fair, but I was just like, oh shit, it was Jamie Lee Curtis. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Go ahead.
Well, the dad's such a fucking idiot in this movie. Like, he's like, I think I could take care of my own house, and you're like, oh, this guy.
Yeah. No.
Anyways, no, I just thought that was a funny part of the movie. She's like, bam, you left the back door open. I could have killed you. And you're like, oh, she's super annoying with this. But it makes sense. She's kind of got to be.
Yeah, and she's pointing that gun straight at him, like, no hesitation. Yeah. She was a little out of touch, but, like, then we get to, I really wish that the house scene would have been a little longer. You know, like the final scene, the final house battle.
Okay.
I really think that, I think that should have been longer. I do. I think that I could have seen. I did like the fact that I didn't really see it coming, that this was all by design. I did.
That was a good. Anybody that says that they saw that coming is a liar.
I saw that she was bringing her back to this house. She wanted him to come back because this was the place where she could have her best chance of killing him. I saw that.
Yes, but obviously, anybody that says that they saw that she was going to have basically a jail that was created for him is full
and then her house
shit.
Was just going to start burning down like instantly.
Yeah, dude, they're
so
full of crap. Anybody that says that they saw that coming is so full of crap. So do you know how Halloween Kills begins? The first part of the movie?
Yeah, the first. Am I allowed to say it? Are we trying to spoil it? Doesn't matter.
Oh, somebody
told me that the firefighters come to save, and he starts killing firefighters.
It starts right in that point. The movie starts. It's just like the very first sequel, the very first Halloween 2. It starts the moment Halloween 1 ends, and this is the same way. Halloween 2018 ends, and then Halloween Kills starts the moment it ends. And like the house is burning down, and they're like, Jamie Lee Curtis is all stabbed up, you know, and she's like getting taken to the hospital, and they see fire trucks going the other way, and she's like, no, don't stop the house.
Let it burn, motherfucker. Let it burn.
Yeah, and so I want you to watch the movie so I can talk to you about it in a little more detail because.
But that was another homage, right? You're saying?
No, there's a couple of redeeming values of Halloween Kills. They're not, but there's some cool parts that happen spread out to this whole pile of dog shit movie. But so Halloween 2018, I thought was the perfect amount of gore because it had some, but it wasn't just flooded with it.
Yeah.
I thought the exploration into Michael Myers was good. I thought the way that he got out of where he was at was smart. Everything about the movie was pretty. I like how he got the mask back.
Yes, I love that.
Because they had to figure this all out. So you got to give them this. They had a lot they had to figure out for this movie.
Yes.
And so I think they did it, which is why I'm so shocked with Halloween Kills. Because it didn't seem like they put anywhere near as much effort into that movie.
It's so weird, man. It blows my mind.
Wait till you watch it. I genuinely want to know what you think. It is very rare for Chris, Josh, and I to all just blanket agree on something as far as movies are concerned. And as a matter of fact, there was 4 of us because Josh's brother-in-law was with us. When we went outside at the theater, we were just like standing around looking at each other.
Like, what the fuck?
None of us liked it, and all of us agreed, and it's rare, man. That's rare.
Let me ask you a question, though. This is very important. You listening? Does evil die tonight?
No.
And that's got to take away from this movie. If you already know there's another part, and you've got this mob of people going through town. You already know they're not going to get him. So what the fuck is the point of me watching this movie?
Maybe the sheer enjoyment you're going to get from watching all these terrible actors get murdered.
I heard that you root for Michael Myers in this movie.
I did. Yeah, I rooted for him to come through the screen and kill me, so I didn't have to put up with any more of it.
I love how we're just bagging on Halloween Kills and not really talking about 2018.
Dude, 2018 was a great movie.
It was good.
Here's the thing. Hot take. Halloween 2018 is the best film in the franchise.
I obviously have only seen 2, and there's no question. So, what? Let me ask you one question. And was H2O, Jamie Lee Curtis's return, any good?
That's my 3rd favorite Halloween movie. It goes 2018, Halloween 1978, H2O.
So H2O is decent?
I like it.
Doesn't tie into any of this, obviously.
No, it's all retcon.
Can't.
Okay. Halloween H2O felt like they were trying to create Scream.
Okay. Which, for you, could be a good thing if they do it decent.
They did a decent enough job. Jamie Lee Curtis wouldn't have come on and done it had they not had a good script. And it wasn't like it's not groundbreaking, but it's a fun. Like if I had to pick one to watch, if you said any day of the week, hey, you want to watch a Halloween movie? It would hands down be H2O. Mm-hmm. Like it's not and
that's
as
the
good
only one she came back for,
but it's a way more fun movie. Do what?
That's the only one she came back for. Before 2018, obviously.
I think so. I think she was in 1, 2, H2O, 2018.
Oh, she was in 2.
I think.
Okay. I don't know.
It's been a long time since I've seen Halloween 2, but I mean, how could she not have been? Hold on.
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I should know the answer to these questions. I'm kind of embarrassed I don't.
I mean, I'm embarrassed for you, but I don't know.
You should be. Boy's fucking up.
Always, dude. The start of the YouTube channel just called Always Fucking Up.
Dude, I already had that channel for 2 years. It's called Shop 31.
Hey, wasn't I on that channel a few times?
Yeah, she was in Halloween 2.
Okay.
Yeah, Donald Pleasance was in it. Yeah, it was the same. It was a lot of the same cast, and
it wasn't well. It just wasn't well received.
Dude, it's got a 31% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oof, dude. Ouch.
Like, it killed it with the money. Like it 10x its budget. But you know, when I think the problem was that John Carpenter didn't want to do it. He didn't want to be involved. It was never supposed to have a sequel. So when you get the John Carpenter gives it basically his thumb, he thumbs his nose at it and goes, "No, I'm gonna curse this movie." Then you get a fucking. It's way more. I've heard people that said they liked Halloween 2 better than Halloween 1. I can't say they're wrong or right because it's a very subjective statement.
Okay, so they're not just crazy people like me who like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 better than 1.
That is so crazy, but
and it's 100% true. Right now, I'll watch it. I'll watch 2 10 times before I watch number 1 again. That's 100%. That's a fact. I know that you're going to lose subscribers because of this statement, but that's
no. I'm not going to lose
much
subscribers, but they're just going to shake their head and angrily type at you.
That's
this
fine.
Fucking idiot. But
at me, dude. At me all day long. I enjoyed too. I thought it was a fun fucking.
This motherfucker says I'll die on this hill.
I will. I already did.
So, Halloween 2 has its fans.
Interesting.
It's more violent. So
okay,
if you're looking for that, so if you'd rather have a movie that's more violent and less cinematic, go with Halloween 2. If you want a movie that's more artfully made and well made, go Halloween 1.
And then when do you go with H2O?
Halloween 2018. So so this is going to ruin one of my videos, but whatever. My Halloween movies go in this order: Halloween 2018, Halloween 1978, Halloween H2O, Halloween 2, Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Those are my top 5. Everything else after that, I don't give a shit about. The Rob Zombie one's at the very fucking end. I
gotta watch the Season of the Witch. I think I want to watch it before I watch 2. Off,
dude. It's so funny how that movie plays out. So the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, I do want to touch on those. I haven't watched them in a very long time. I hated them when I watched them the first time.
Yeah.
I do kind of want to watch them again, but I think I kind of want to just reinforce my opinion that they're shitty movies. But okay. He turns it into a fucking white trash thing, dude. It's just tons of cursing, lots of like drunk people. Like he gives Michael Myers a reason for being Michael Myers, which is not. It's so dumb.
How many of them are there? Just 1? 2. We should watch 2 and do it in one video where we just bag on it the whole time.
Watch both of them and make one video on it?
Yeah.
I'm 100% down.
All right.
Okay. Let's do the thing first because I want to enjoy a movie.
Yeah. No, but honestly, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have watched either one of these 2 movies because I just don't care. And watching them back to back like this and having 2018 be such a good, solid horror movie that had a huge task to save a franchise, because it did. It revitalized the franchise, no doubt about it. Yeah. The Halloween Kills setting all those records and for a pandemic movie, and that's great. Good for them. Unfortunately, it didn't work out so much, but I think that 2018 set the stage. That's going to also allow Halloween Ends to have box office numbers that are going to be there. Yeah,
I don't know how they're going to do it though, because the people, are kind of split down the middle, man. There's a lot of people that are enjoying Halloween Kills, but there are a lot of people that aren't.
Split down the middle sounds really generous because I have yet to speak to one person out of maybe 10 to 15 that liked it.
Oh, really? Because I had the opposite experience. All the way up until I saw it, everybody that watched it said they loved it. Everybody that I talked to,
people you knew, or just like critics or whatever.
Both.
I've seen no critical reviews about it. I'm just talking about word of mouth.
Okay, well, the critical reviews I watched are just horror guys on YouTube mostly, but like,
and they enjoyed it.
Specifically, Drum Dums, he loved it, man. He's like one of my favorite people on YouTube, so I was so excited to watch it. And then when I watched it, I couldn't
it's got something to do with this or no?
Do what?
You think it's got something to do with this?
So somebody was asking me the other day, like, man, I can't believe he likes it this much. My first thing I said was, dude, he's got to be getting paid for somebody. There's no way you could like that movie that much and not get money out of it.
Before Wonder Woman 1984 came out, you know, I was worried. I really liked Wonder Woman, the first movie I did. I was like, I'm worried about this movie, 1984. I really am.
Okay.
And like 2 weeks before it came out, there were some screenings. And I read 10 critics reviews. All 10 of them were raving about how this is the movie we need during the pandemic. It's uplifting. It's hilarious. It's this and that. That movie is... There's nobody that I've met that thinks that movie's good. Not one person that I think that think it's watchable. It's fucking terrible.
So,
and now I know that I'm late to the game here, but like I've completely lost any kind of faith in pre-release critic, any kind of faith in it whatsoever.
That movie was absolute garbage.
I mean,
it was so bad.
Garbage. There was no, it looked like 6 directors tried to direct the same movie at once. It was fucking terrible. And
none of it made any sense. Like, it was like 6 different storylines running parallel instead of crisscrossing.
They should have, any of those
critics, but they all involve the same person, so it's like impossible to happen.
Oh my god. And then
well, they didn't use any of the actors the right way, dude.
And that just completely sealed it for me that these critics are getting paid to be positive about it. Or
the only part I liked was Pedro Pascal being a bad guy, and he was a good bad guy, but
he was over the top. Which, if you go into it knowing he's going to be over the top and ridiculous, then you'll enjoy his character for sure.
That's yes.
That's what, and I agree with that.
Evil Dead.
Exactly, I agree with that take 100%. Like, I think that as long as you know he's going to be nuts, then he'll be fun. You know what I mean? But anyway, 2018, I think that it did a lot of things that you would probably say is impossible. I say that it revitalized the franchise. That's unquestionable. And I think that it's going to carry the effect over what is apparently shaping up to be a bad movie all the way into the third part of the trilogy. And it's going to make people still respect it enough to go watch it, even after coming on the heels of Hollywood Kills.
Possibly. I can't tell you that's exactly wrong. I know that 2018, while not an exceptional movie by any stretch of the imagination, it had its problems, but it was so much more enjoyable than any of the other movies in the franchise. Except one, because one's got like legendary status stuff where you're watching it because you're respecting it.
But we're talking about enjoyability.
Do what?
You're just talking about enjoyability.
But if I'm talking about just a good horror movie, this was way better than one.
I mean, I can't argue that.
It had a lot of gore in it, but not too much. It had a little bit of cursing in it, but not too much. Didn't have over-sexualized anything, so nobody can complain. It didn't have too much gore. Didn't have any sexuality stuff going on. I even like the minor characters in the movie were pretty good. Like when old buddy thinks that girl likes him and tries to kiss her, and then he gets just effed up on that fence. Like, like, you know, just like there was just enough comedy to make it not just a serious. Because Halloween 1, that's one thing that I thought it suffered from, is it was just serious nonstop. Like, some horror movies are, I think, supposed to be that way, but I think personally slashers aren't. Like if you look at Black Christmas, it's got a lot of funny stuff that goes on, but it's a very dark, serious movie.
What year is Black? You're talking about a couple of years ago, right?
No, Black Christmas is that was the second time they remade that movie.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, I want to get the year right.
I don't know anything about Black Christmas.
Dude, Black Christmas is one of my favorite horror movies. Period. They're making a fan movie by this guy named Dave McRae's making it. It's called It's Me, Billy, and he's the protagonist or antagonist in the movie. Excuse me. Yeah, 1974.
Oh shit! Okay.
It's before Halloween by 4 years.
And right after Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, and this is the first slasher movie where the villain goes after the people. They don't go to him. That's why Texas Chainsaw is not a slasher. That's why Psycho is not a slasher, because the people go to them.
Right, and those people are protecting their property.
Yeah, and
as opposed to people seeking out. Just let's go.
Which is why Halloween qualifies as a slasher. He's hunting people down.
Sure. With no real apparent purpose.
Makes it even better, man. But I'll tell you that's probably the best part about Halloween 1978 is that they don't tell you anything about it. It's
nothing.
Wonderful.
I love that part. Yeah. Love it.
I thought that 2018. There's not a lot to talk about with the movie, really. It's like either do you like it or do you not. I thought it was a really good movie, and there are plenty of things to not like about it. Like I don't like the family dynamic being what it is, but here's what happened. When I went to go see Halloween Kills, Halloween 2018 was like okay. Like it's still I still thought it was the best Halloween movie, but I'm not a huge Halloween fan.
Right.
When I saw Halloween Kills, I realized how good Halloween 2018 really was. Because when I watched it again, I was completely flabbergasted. Because like you said, it's the same team. I was like, how does this happen? And I think that I think they should have stopped the franchise right at this point. They should have stopped at 2018. Boom, Halloween, bookends.
Or if they really do generally have a good story for Halloween Ends, I believe they
Halloween movie. I don't care if it's good or not, dude. Stop making the damn movies. There's nothing you can do in Halloween Ends that'll be better than Halloween 2018 as a bookend. It is impossible.
Okay. I mean, other than so you're saying that in 2018 he straight up dies in that basement and it's over.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with that.
There's no like I thought the way that he got out of that was pretty clever. But it doesn't warrant a whole garbage ass movie.
Yeah.
And there's nothing they can do in the next movie that's gonna make me say, okay, that was worth sitting through Halloween Kills and then getting this movie a year or two later and sitting through it. No, man. Just put your money and time and write another movie. Start a new franchise.
Yeah,
quit being pussies. True. But all they really want is the money. They don't care about anything else, dude. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about the lore. It is strictly about the dollar bills. That is it. If it was for anything else, it would have already ended.
Yeah, I mean, I can't argue that. I obviously yet to see Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends because I haven't even made Halloween Ends. But there's no flaw in what you're saying. There's no flaw in your logic there.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I think it's one of those things where they just missed an opportunity to have something stop and have people 20 years from now being like, dude, they so fixed that. Because
the only thing that's keeping me going is that I know that they wrote 2018 with the trilogy in mind. So if they have stories to tell, which they clearly do, because that's what they set out to do, I want to hear them finish the story. That's the only thing. If you're telling me that they created 2018 and they were like, fuck, this is a smash, let's build 2 and 3, that's not the case. They actually wrote it with 3 parts in mind.
I don't know that I agree with that.
That's true, or
yeah.
No, it was a trilogy from the beginning. Danny McBride has already said that.
When did he say that? Did he say that prior to 2018 coming out and prior to it being like in production?
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he's trying to like, retcon
or
whatever.
And I'm not trying to be a prick either. I'm just saying I don't know. It would make sense if you asked Danny McBride, let's say at the premiere of 2018.
Yeah.
And it's just getting good reviews, and they're like,
right.
Oh, so what were your plans? He's like, oh, well, we plan on making a trilogy.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Of course you would say
I
that.
I always took it at face value that there was always a 3-part movie.
Well, the thing is that I don't fault him for saying that. I would have said the same thing. I'm just saying that you got to think, like, when did he say it? Now, if he said that a year before 2018 dropped and they're producing the movie, it's still in production, it's still being filmed.
Or like they announced it. They said, we're going to do a Halloween 2018 2 years from now, and it's going to be a 3-part movie.
Right. Correct. Now, if they did that, okay, cool. But based on how the 2018 ended and then how bad Halloween Kills is, I just can't believe that. It's all about the money, dude. And again, I'm looking at this from a how do I care about this genre? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If I was in their seat, I don't know that I would make a different decision. I probably would take the money, but I don't think it's the right choice. I think that, let's use Terrifier as an example. This is a franchise that I care about deeply. Terrifier 2 could have been out last year. And Damien Leone and David Howard Thornton could be well on their ways to being very rich men. They chose, or Damien Leone is the director and the property owner. He chose not to do that. He chose to direct because they wanted to like, hey, we'll buy it off you and we'll find. He's like, nope, this is mine. I am going to direct this. It has to be my vision. Whether or not he's successful with this vision, I can't tell you yet. I have faith that he'll do a good job, but he could come out and drop a stinker. Even if he does,
you got to respect the game.
Do what?
You got to respect the game, though. That's what you're saying.
And if he does drop a stinker, I'll still watch a third because he took a big gamble. And David Howard Thornton took a big gamble talking to me. I mean, there's a lot of things that those guys are doing that people that are making Halloween movies aren't doing. And granted, maybe John Carpenter did similar things back in the day, but John Carpenter made the music for this movie, and I guarantee you he wasn't psyched when he watched it. I guarantee you, there's no way he watched this movie and was happy with it, dude. So, when the best part of the movie was the score, I mean, come on, bro. And I agree with that. That's crazy, dude.
How was the cinematography?
It's terrible.
Oh, really?
Dude, the movie is garbage, dude. The acting sucks. The screenplay was terrible. The dialogue is terrible. The freaking dude, Jamie Lee Curtis should have been in that movie for 5 minutes. Dude, get her in, get her out. Dude, she's stabbed up. How is she in the movie fighting at the end of the movie, dude? Like, it's even in the trailer, so I'm not ruining anything. This is in the trailer, man. How is she in that movie that long? She's stabbed in the gut with a butcher knife and shot or something. Like, whatever he did in that movie. And with 2018, he got her pretty good, like, twice, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the granddaughter, let her take over, dude. Don't let. I agree. But they want Jamie Lee Curtis to be in the last one, I would imagine.
Sure.
So you're telling me you're going to let her be in this whole movie for you to probably kill her off in the first 10 minutes of the fucking last one? Dude, give me a break, man. All for what? Some millions of dollars that you could have made otherwise in a different place, making a different movie? Like, I mean, look. For all the shit I gave Malignant, and I gave it a ton of it, I hate that movie.
It's pretty shitty.
I'm gonna rewatch it because I can't figure out why people like it, dude.
Everybody keeps telling me. Everybody, me, I don't watch horror movies and shit. Like, it's not. People kept telling me how good it was and I watched it. And I go, man, this sucks. I'm sorry.
So you watched it, you didn't like it?
I did not like that movie,
bro. Me, Josh, and Chris agreed on that one too. None of us liked it.
I didn't like it, and everybody was telling me how good it was. Like, oh, wait till you get to the jail scene. And I'm like, okay, so it's like the Matrix now. Like,
that's exactly what I said. I was like, I don't need the Matrix in my horror movies.
Yeah, it's awful. Hey, my battery's dying. Like,
okay.
Dead. So,
well, hey, look, rate the movie real quick. 2018.
I'm gonna have to give it a solid 8, dude. I enjoyed it very, very much.
I go 8.5.
And it made me enjoy 78 even better.
That's awesome. Well, hey, I hope we didn't upset anybody by what we said, man. We're just talking about movies.
I hope we did.
You know what? I don't really care, to be honest. Like, at the end of the day, this is just an opinion. I still like the movies. I still support them. I put my money behind it. I put my time behind it. So if you can't figure that out, you're not paying much attention. For everybody else, I love you guys. You know who you are. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for supporting me and Steven. We'll be doing the thing next, probably in a few weeks. We'll take a week or two off. We put these together kind of quick. So, but thank you everybody for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, enjoy your Halloween to you and your family.
Dude, you as well.
Be safe.
Man.
We love you. Can't wait to see the content.
Yeah, man. Everybody have a good, safe Halloween. I didn't even think about saying that, man. Have a happy Halloween. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your kids. Just have a good time, man. Don't drink and drive, please. Just if you're gonna drink all you want. Drink at home or drink somewhere where you can get a cab or an Uber. Please don't drink and drive. That's so scary, especially with kids out at night. Like, just think about that. Otherwise, have a good time, man. Be safe, and we'll see you next time with Horror Hangout, the motherfucking podcast. Peace.